Good morning, students. Welcome to our online class, subject Social Science, Class 7, Unit 2, the Mughal Empire. Last previous session, we have seen about the Mughal Empire, isn't it not? Yes, I think everyone has go through the topic. So before going to the today's session, shall we have a small recap of the last previous classes? Yes, children? Yes? First, we saw about the foundation of Mughal Empire. That is Jahiruddin Muhammad Babur. That is, he was born in 14 February 1483 and he was called as a defender of faith. And when he was 12, he was inherited by Fargana kingdom in Central Asia. And later, after 10 years, he established himself as a Kabul. Clear, children? Then, what did we see, children? We saw about the Babur's military conquest. Babur defeated Rana Sandha and his allies at Kanwain in 1527. He won war against the chief of Chanderi in 1528 and later Babur died in 1530. Yes. Then we saw about the Sher Shah. He started the rule of Sur dynasty at Agra and he was the son of Afghan noble Hasan Suri and he was the ruler of Sasaram in Bihar. He built an empire stretching from Bengal to the Indus, excluding Kashmir, and he introduced effective land revenue system. He also built many roads and standardized coin, weight and measures. Yes, then we saw about the Humayun. He divided his inheritance as per his father's will, and according to his brothers Kamran, Hindal, and Ashkari, got a province each. And Sher Shah Suri, ruler of Bihar and Bengal, in 1539 he defeated Humayun at Chausa, and 1540 he defeated Humayun again at Kanuj. And Humayun had a fleet to Iran, and with the help of the Persian ruler Shah Tamsap of the Safid dynasty, Humayun succeeded in recapturing Delhi. And later Humayun died when he fell down the stairs of his library in Delhi. Yes, clear, children? So after this we have finished in the last previous classes, and today we'll see about the next ruler, that is Akbar, that is from 1556 to 1605. Yes, shall we continue? Yes, children? Yes. Next we are going to see about the Akbar, that is period from 1556 to 1605. So after the death of Humayun, his 14 years old son Akbar was crowned as a king, and Bairam Khan, he was a Humayun who trusted general. And the next one is Himu. He was a general of Sur dynasty and he also captured Agra and Delhi in 1556. And in 1556, Bairam Khan defeated and killed Himu in the second battle of Panipat. And later, Bairam Khan was murdered in Gujarat. So, because of that, Akbar assumed full control over the government. And Akbar brought most of India under his control through conquest and also the alliances. Clear, children? Yes? Next we are going to see about the conquest of women rulers. Akbar conquered Malwa and parts of central India, and a women ruler, that is Rani Durgavati. She was a ruler in central province, and Akbar defeated Rani Durgavati even though she is not appreciated since she did not harm him. And the next person, she was a regent, that is she is called as Rani Chand Bibi. She was a regent. What do you mean by regent? Means a person who rules a country in the absence of the ruler of the particular place. So here it is mentioned as Ahmed Nagar. Her fight was very impressed by all the Mughal armies, and also they gave her favorite terms of peace. Clear, children? Yes? You have any doubt in this? Next topic we are going to see about the Battle of Haldigati. That is, in 1568, Akbar defeated Rana Uday Singh of Mewar, and also he captured the fort of Chittor. Later, in 1576, Akbar won Rana Pratap at the Battle of Haldigati. Then Rana Pratap escaped on his horse, that is called as a Chetak, and continued his fight leading a life in a jungle. So the horse name is called as a Chetak. Clear, all of you? Till this you have any doubt? Yes. Next topic we are going to see about the military campaigns in the northwest, that is in 1585 to 1605. So here only Akbar added Kandahar, Kashmir and Kabul to the Mughal Empire, and also the battles in the Deccan. These also led to the annexation of the Berar, Kandesh and parts of the Ahmednagar. And what were the regions under the Akbar? Is Mughal Empire extends from Kashmir in the north to Godavari in the south, and from Kandahar in the west and Bengal in the east. In 1605, Akbar was dead, and his mortal remains were buried at the Sikandar near Agra. Clear, children? Next, we are going to see about the Akbar's religious policy. So, under Akbar's religious policy, Akbar married a girl of Rajput family and also married of his son to Rajput girl. So he also appointed Rajput nobles to important and top position in his empire. So Raja Man Singh was sent as a governor of Kabul, and Akbar treated all the religious group family with the generosity and spirit. And Sufi saint and Salim Chishti and Sikh Guru Ramdas received his utmost respect under this religious policy. And Ibadat Khana had built by Akbar, where scholars of all religious meet of the discuss. Clear, children? Yes. Next one we are going to see about the contributions of culture. Akbar was a great pattern of learning. His personal library had more than nearly 4,000 manuscripts. He have nearly 4,000 books in his library, and he patronized scholars of all beliefs and all shades of the opinion. He believed in all the religious affairs. Clear, children? Yes. And now we have come to the end of the session. So today's topic we saw about the Akbar, and also we saw about the conquest of women, and also the military campaign in the northwest, and also we saw about the battle of Haldigati, and then we saw about the Akbar's religious policy, and also we saw about the cultural achievements of the Akbar. So after this, please revise the topic. I think everyone are clear with that. Yes, children. So today's homework is revise the lesson up to what we have taken. Dear children, the next we'll see in the next session. Thank you.